Hello, everyone. Okay, we're moving through the month already. Exciting time. Um, Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about healing. I know we touched on it last week, but Spirit wanted me to ask everyone if you could spend some time giving healing to the waterways. We've been having a lot of floods, a lot of different earth things happening, catastrophes, what happened in Virginia last month, all those people dying, water, and all of that. And I keep feeling still more water damage coming in. So, and then Spirit telling me, oh no, pray for the water. So send your prayers to the waterways and all the creatures that live in the ocean and to the ocean itself. And there's an ascended master that's called Neptune, and y'all have seen Neptune. Y'all, how do you like that? You all have seen Neptune in some of the mythology stuff, but Neptune is real. And Neptune's job is to watch over all the oceans and the waterways. So this is a time for you to really stay focused on that. And if you could this week, just really every time you think of it, and we never think about us having a shortage of water because we've been blessed to keep drinking water and all of that. And so what I want to say to you is, every time you go to get another glass of water, send your prayers out. Gratitude that you have water, prayers to Neptune, and his daughter, who's called Calypso. Calypso is the one that balances the emotional bodies. So if you're ever having a hard time and you feel like your emotions are all over the place, Calypso is the one to talk to about that. Okay? So that's what I want to say to you. Be in a place that you can keep thinking about it. You take a shower in the morning, water. Okay, send the prayer out, or positivity, or however you want to do it. I'm not fixed on one culture or another's way of doing things. And then in the bathtub, send it out. Washing dishes, send it out. Doing laundry, send it out. That will be a reminder as you go through the week to remember that not only the earth needs it, but the waterways, whether they're streams or brooks or oceans or rivers, whatever they are, and all its creatures. We just saw a huge shark get beached, great white, on one of the beaches, and I couldn't believe it. How many people, how huge those are, how many people gathered together to pull it by its hind end back into the ocean to save it, where most people would have used it as a picture shot, and would have just let it die because it kills people. But when we know the cycle of nature, we really know that how things go, and that everything happens for a reason. The ladybug's here for some reason as much as the great white. So we have to think about that. And so I would say to you, just send your blessings out and know that it's done. Just have the attitude of it is done. Okay? All right, going into this week, I think we're going to start with the Magdalene deck. And this is the Rose deck. Whoops. I'm trying to see who it's by. Sisterhood of the Rose. Okay, how come there is no name on here? All right, Sisterhood of the Rose. Up and coming week. What does the group need to know for this up and coming week? Your magic tools. So this is awesome. It looks like Kuan Yin or somebody like that with this beautiful sacred geometry coming out of this candle of light. Sacred geometry all over. Really, really beautiful. So that looks like it's healing in itself. You get your eyes to see and ears to hear. You got your intuition to know. You got your voice to speak and your gut to discern. You got your meditations and rituals to clear and protect your energy daily. You got visualization and healing for manifestation. Breath work for energy alignment and practices to expand your awareness. And when you walk into the unknown, use your senses, use your magic tools, keep your energy clear and strong. Use your intuition and have discernment. Trust your senses right now and have discernment. Clear and protect your energy. Divination. Explore spiritual and energetic practices. Meditate, healing abilities, and psychic abilities. Yeah, that sure looks like it. The difference she's making, sending the light in all the geometry. If you look to this corner down here and all up here, it's beautiful. All right. This is The Secret Language of Light, Transmissions from Your Soul. I bought this deck in Sedona last time I was there, by Denise Jarvie. You are the universe. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at all the gold light being directed from an angel above, pouring down into you. Yeah, you are the universe this week. So let's see what that has to say. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you're also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Whatever or whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself, and you will always exist. Play with the ideas that the universe in all its manifestations peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expand as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, an angel, a light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is at one and nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes. I love that word, wonderment. And you see wonderment in the universe become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this and you will create similar manifestations, and whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. Wow, that's nice. And they have a little journal work. Ask 2 people in your life to write down 3 qualities they really like about you and do the same for them. Record all of this in your journal. Isn't that nice? There we are. You are the universe. The next one is Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette. Smoke and Mirrors. Wow, this is a pretty incredible card. Let's see what Colette has to say for this week. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered. Healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for our biases in the way you see the world. Yeah. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Only 5 senses tell us we are separate from one another. We're conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is there. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of separation. The entire world is a contrast of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies behind the illusion. Discoveries as the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have already known. At the atomic level, you are blinking lights in empty space. Consciousness is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessments of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, and awareness of true and authenticity? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic, which you can co-create with life beyond your wildest dreams. Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if the outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. Whoa, that makes sense. All right, two more. We've got the Star Temple. The Awakener, rise out of the ashes. I rise like the golden sun. Look at that picture. When I look at this, she's standing on, again, all this sacred geometry. She's got all these planets in her hands. There's this view from above, all gold light. It looks very powerful. As the Awakener, Electra appears to those who have been on slippery slopes of self-sabotage, only to awaken and rise out of the ashes, soar into the stars, and ascend like the golden truth. The University of Life has taught you a lot. You may have even hit rock bottom, but your soul's growth has been accelerated due to hitting hard rocks and tough the lessons you have experienced in the past. Surrender any regret with self-compassion and know that you are back on your higher, happier, and golden pathway. Stronger and wiser, you soldier on with confidence. And it says spiral, awaken, and soar. So this week, you're going to have some energies like that about soaring. So that's awesome. And the last one is from Rebecca Campbell, the Rose Oracle, that I love. Let's see. The Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationships, and harmony. You know, Venus is all about the things we love and like, and beauty, and all of it. Okay, so there's a big full bloom rose in the center here with the spiral and a shell here, and her being with a partner on this card, embracing each other. So that can't be bad. Okay, The Fibonacci series and the golden mean ratio on which it's based is a number sequence in which each number is the sum of the preceding two numbers. A rose petals hold the golden rate with each new set of petals growing in the spaces of the previous set. Perhaps this is why you feel changed by going into the spiral of a rose. And the shells have that too, and there's a picture of the shell on here. The original rose looked very different for those that are grown today. It possessed 5 petals, and intrinsically, if we track the movements made by the planet Venus as the orbits the sun over a period of 8 years, we see they create a 5-fold rose pattern. Wow, I did not know that. Called the Rose of Venus. Venus was the Roman goddess of love, sex, and fertility, and her symbol was the rose. Perhaps the ancients knew more about the interconnectedness of the universe and life than we think. There's a sacred order to all things. Nature holds the codes of life, and as you're a part of nature, you do too. There's an intelligent force governing all of life, the same force that tells flowers when it's time to bloom and the planet how to spin exists within you. Our tendency to overanalyze and overthink can get us out of alignment with nature and thus life. Our resistance to change does this too. The card is an invitation to look at anything that doesn't feel like it's in alignment. It's a reminder to trust in the tapestry of your life, your ever-changing nature, and to be dedicated to living a life that's deeply aligned. And the soul inquiry is, what's no longer in alignment with you, with your being called to be? So we know from astrology that that's true, especially right now with all the planets in, these difficult configurations. And so I'm just going to put a little plug in here. Myself and Cameron he's an astrologer, and him and I have been doing the As Above, So Below. It is a paid subscription. You pay by the month, so you don't get locked into anything if you don't want to. It's $20. He goes into the astrology of the next up and coming month, things to watch out for. I go into the energy of what to watch for, and also I pull cards for the month, tell you who to work with from beings for the month, and the numerology and all of that. It's well worth $20. And we've had lots of compliments about how Cameron and I just work together back and forth. It just flows. So I'm very happy about that because it's easy. We have fun with it, and you get lots of information. So shoot me an email if you're interested about that. But for this up and coming week, use your magic. You know how to make it happen because you are the universe. Get through the illusion and awaken to what is or is not working in your life with the Rose of Venus here, and make your corrections. Thank you so much. Love as always, and have a wonderful week.